Hello people. Hello dear friends. All the fanatics of electrical skateboard.
Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, Power here again. I have decided to start a new chain of videos, my ideas. I already have a couple of ideas that I've got videos about. For starters, the edge protector. You'd be surprised, but this Chinese version of a bit of strip, of rubber strip, that you can buy for about $8. I will leave the link to the video in the description below, so take a look. A cheap way of protecting a deck on your board. You can do it yourself, you can do it very cheap, much cheaper than they do sell it on eBay. I also had an idea of making your own splash-proof kit for a Flex E-board by Slick Revolution. You can apply the same methods to any other boards. So I've got the mud guards, which are made out of carbon fiber look plastic. You can do it yourself, very simple, and also a plate that goes over your electronics. You can still get to the buttons because you got this nice silicone protector. Again, I will leave the video in the description below, the link to it. Check it out if you are interested. So I do once in a while come up with ideas I think are good. Well, my ideas, so I have to think they're good. It's up to you to decide, guys. And I've got another idea. I think it's a good idea, and why not to share it with you, my lovely people, e-skate fanatics, and also my subscribers, which is now 388 of them. Guys, every single one of you, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for supporting, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, let's get on with it. Safety lights. I've been using and testing all sorts of lights, just cheap ones, a bit more expensive ones, just for myself, because I want to be safe. I'm using my board, my DIY little board that I use for work every single day. I leave my house really early and it's still dark. So I'll be using things like the running strips, cheap silicone lights I used to clip onto my boots. And when we get to a bit better lights, which are meant for the boards, is the khoowheel light. I've got a full review on my channel. If you want, I'll leave the link to the video in the description below. And obviously the leading guys out there, the shredlights, which I also have reviewed before. And these are very nice lights, but there is a big difference. These lights are very expensive, so if you are on a budget, and always try looking for things where you can make something safe, easy, and also cheap, which I'm sure you will agree with me is very important. So khoowheel lights, you can get them now for about £15 on eBay. I do not promote these lights whatsoever. I am not sponsored. This is just me buying something online, making it work, and sharing it with you. So £85 for a set or £15 for a set. One issue I've got with the khoowheel lights in general is the brackets. The brackets that you can see here is already snapped, and the light is not, it is oval because it's fallen off and I have ridden over it, so I cannot use it anymore. I can't even take it apart no more to charge. So I've got an issue with brackets in general. But what do you do if you have multiple boards? At the moment, I've got 4 boards in my possession, 3 of my DIY boards, and also a prototype. Unfortunately, I cannot show it to you at the moment. I'm kind of looking at it right now. I really wish I could, but I can't. I promise the company I will not expose the secret. But soon, hopefully, they will let me upload the video. Anyway, so I've got 4 boards. My little DIY here, awesome, absolutely gorgeous board. I use it every day. So what I've done, £85 kit, which is shred lights, 2 front to rear, I have split in 2. And I have used one of the shred lights here on this board for the front, one for the back, and the same for the 5000 watt DIY board that I've got here, which is still keeps on surprising me. Guys, take a look at this. Yes, that was the spec of my run last night. 11.2 miles. It was 2 degrees outside, freezing cold. and I came back after 11 miles of range and I still have 47% of battery left in it. Amazing. But anyway, it's all about lights at the moment. So what would you do if you have multiple boards? Do you go out there and buy 4 sets of shred lights, 90 quid each? Yes, if I would have had the money, I would have said go for it because those lights are quite good. What I think needs to be done, and my idea is to utilize the thread on the kingpin that most of the boards, or 99% of the boards, have. And as you can see, the biggest benefit of mounting the lights this way is the installation. The only thing you have to do is unscrew the light and put it on a different board. Why not to use the thread that is right there? I am sick and tired of taking these brackets for the lights off my trucks on and off because I'm swapping them from board to board. I don't have 4 sets of safety lights, so I have to do so. Every time you take the bracket off, you always have to take off these nylon lock nuts. And guys, by the way, if you did not know, you cannot reuse them too many times because they will come off. Take a look at my video, which is called Did You Know? Locking nuts. You will learn a bit more about them if you are interested. Why not to come up with a light, something like a khoowheel light, and I'm not saying it needs to be this particular light, but it's the only light I know with this shape and the comfort of turning the light on by just pressing on the lens, which is a bit of a negative regarding the shred lights, because you have to kind of reach under your trucks to turn it on and off. Why not to use something like this and actually mount the light right there onto the kingpin? So, I've got an idea. The khoowheel light comes in 2 parts, which is the light itself and also the light holding cup that you see over here. It already comes with a small hole right here that you use to fix it to the bracket. I don't want to fix it to the bracket, I'm going to fix it directly onto the kingpin. So in order to replicate what I'm doing here, you will require 2 lights that have like a fixing cup that you can actually drill through and thread or tap it, or use a khoowheel light that I'm using at the moment. You will need 9mm drill bit so you can drill out the hole through the cup. So the hole is now drilled, 9mm. Next step, you can do 2 different ways. If you have tool to cut the thread, 3/8, you can use that, much easier and fast. Or if you don't, I've got an idea for you guys as well. Take the trucks apart on your board. Don't have to take them off the board, I just happen to have another set of trucks. Just take the actual trucks off. So let's imagine this is on your board and you have taken the trucks off themselves. You can just lean them on the side as long as you expose the thread. You take the cup where you drilled the 9mm hole. Because it's aluminium and the kingpin is actually steel, you can do what I'm about to do. You pretend that it is a thread cutting tool. You apply a bit of pressure on the cup itself and you start winding the cup onto the thread and apply a bit of pressure onto it. And what's going to happen, the kingpin is going to cut the thread inside the aluminium cup. It is a little bit harder at the end. As soon as you get the thread all the way through, the cup goes straight over. And now you have a thread inside the aluminium cup. And the preferred way of doing this is get yourself the thread cutting tool, 3/8. You can just buy the 3/8 or have a full set home if you want to. And the same exact process. You centralize it, catch the thread, applying the pressure. You can use the belt ratchet and you use it if it gets a bit too hard. And this is the other way then you can cut the thread into aluminium. Voila! So this is the thread bit I'm going to be using, and that cap goes right over the kingpin. Don't force it too much because it's only aluminium and you could potentially strip the thread. But here we go, she's nice and tight. I would definitely recommend to use a bit of blue block or the lock thread in order to stop this cap from falling off. Next step, you take the light and you screw it into the cap. And that's it. Light is fixed. One thing to mention, guys, that this idea will work with a larger wheel. Anything like 110mm rough stuff wheel or anything 100mm, I would have thought, or it will work absolutely perfectly with anything AT or airfield, because the gap and the clearance from the ground will be much better. So all the manufacturers out there, if you're watching this video, please use this idea. You've got the thread, just come up with the light, very short. It could be wider if you want, quite wide, so you can actually wind it onto the kingpin and it stays there, easily removable and usable in different boards. The only thing I ask for, use my idea, at least have decency to send me a couple of sets, one to review, one to use. Hey, why not? Not too much to ask, is it? So the front and rear light is now installed on the kingpin. And the light test. Khoowheel lights facing downwards at 45 degrees, being mounted on the kingpin. Khoowheel lights. Khoowheel lights rear. And now the same test, but with the shred lights facing forward. Shred lights front. Shred lights rear. And here we go. The idea of fixing the safety light onto the kingpin. The only slight worry I've got is the clearance from the ground. So as you can see, guys, the light is quite low, or it's definitely lower than if it's installed as a shred light would be, but at the same time it's actually below the line of your belts and your wheel pulleys. So really and truly, you shouldn't be hitting your belt anyway, so you should be okay with the light. But I will be testing that, and hopefully it's going to be all okay. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Just trying to be innovative here. Well, it's just a prototype. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but idea still good. I think it's a brilliant idea. Anyway, thumbs up if you like the video. This way I know I should carry on the videos like this. Thumbs down if you didn't like the video, but at least leave me a comment, short comment why you did not like it. That will give me a chance to get better, to improve my videos, the quality, the audio, the content, whatever you guys think I should improve on. I always do come back to you guys, so please, I promise it won't go into the black hole. You'll always be considered. And as usual, ride safely, guys. Bye.